Well, week 3 is here, and we're starting to pick up steam. I hope that Carmen and u.osu.edu have become more familiar to you, and you're finding them easy to navigate around and manipulate and find the information you need and post the information that you need to post. Again, if you ever have any kind of questions about these kinds of things, email me, do WeChat, post them to the group discussion board. Any one of those options are a good choice. So what comes next is our review for the assignments for week 3. So I hope you're looking forward to them. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this upcoming week. This week's going to be focusing on giving and receiving feedback. So that involves not only commenting on your peers' responses in the discussion board, but also giving feedback on the photo reflection assignment so that your classmates can use that information to help them on their own work. And uh, beneficial for you is that when you're thinking about other people's writing and whether or not they accomplish goals and looking at style and things like that, you're able to use that process to think about your own. So you'll be getting feedback from them, and by going through the process, it's helping you to think about your own writing. And then also, you're going to be wanting to give feedback and respond to their personal profiles. So let's go down and look at the weekly schedule. So on Monday and Tuesday, you should be focusing on the readings and the videos. The readings this week are both by Nathan, looking at relationships and friendships and classroom life. And then the videos focus on paraphrasing and summarizing, which are related and are important for using other people's work within our own writing. And then reporting verbs. Reporting verbs allow us to speak about other people's thoughts and their research that they do and the claims that they make. So this is important for writing. And then giving constructive peer feedback so that the feedback that you're giving is not just general, but is something that allows them to reflect on their own writing so that it's constructive, that it's beneficial. Another thing you're going to want to be doing this week is going to your classmates' u.osu.edu websites, and you'll find the links at the bottom of the Carmen page, and reading their personal profiles, and you are required to comment on at least 3 of those. So make sure that you've posted your own profile to u.osu.edu so that your classmates can complete this assignment. Another thing that's going to be happening this week is that there's going to be a peer feedback worksheet that you're going to be using to comment on and give feedback to a classmate's photo reflection assignment so that you can help give them some guidance. And again, like I said, think about your own writing in a similar way. And then there's a discussion board post that you should be working on, again, based on the Nathan readings. You're going to be working on a couple of things simultaneously on this photo reflection. One, you're going to have a response to the feedback that your peer gave you, thinking about how useful it was to you. And I'll go into this in more detail, but this will help you think about the information that you got from them. And then also, you're going to be making revisions and updates based upon comments both from your peers and from me, because I'm going to also be reading your drafts and putting on my own comments on them. So using those 2 sources of feedback to submit a final version of your photo reflection to u.osu.edu. And then finally, again, responding to the discussion board post by your discussion board partner. So that's the assignments for this week. And next, we're going to be taking a look at this photo reflection assignment, how to do the peer feedback, and then how to respond to their feedback, and then how to submit your final copy. All right, so this is the photo reflection assignment part 2, which you'll find under modules in week 3 assignments. And this is going to describe the 4 things that you're going to need to do for this assignment. 1, give feedback to a peer's photo reflection draft, and then I'll show you how to do that. There's a sheet, a web page that will guide you through that process. And then you're going to receive your own feedback. you're going to write a response to the feedback that you get from your classmates, and this will be anonymous. They won't see it, but I will. You're going to revise your draft and then post it to u.osu.edu. And then finally visit and comment on at least 3 of your peers' photo reflections. So, looking at the peer feedback, you're going to be assigned randomly another classmate's photo reflection, and you're going to read that. And then you're going to give them feedback on that based upon guidelines in the peer review sheet. You'll find that peer review sheet here underneath the photo reflection assignment part 2. And it'll go over how you want to format your response to them. So you'll put your name and your peer's name. And then you're going to be providing comments on the content and the images, not really grammar, punctuation, or style. And that's for me to do. So make sure in your comments that you're polite, honest, and try to be as helpful as possible. What you're going to do for each of these is give a 1 to 4 rating for each of the following questions. 1 means it needs a lot of work. 2 means, a little things here or there. 3 means good, and 4 means very good. So you're going to want to give comments on the photo images that your classmates chose. Do they represent the job? Do they engage the reader? Are they clear, well-framed? Those kinds of things. So for each one, give it a rating of 1 to 4 for each of these questions. And then you're going to look at the content. Is it informative? Is it interesting? Did they summarize the jobs well? Was it clear? Did they use the data? Did they give any personal information? Was the length good? Was it too long, too short? Those kinds of things. So again, for each of these, give them a 1 to 4 rating. And then finally, there's a place where you should give further advice and general comments or feedback that you think the author should take into account. And then you're going to want to submit your feedback to the assignment's photo reflection peer review. After you receive the feedback from your peer, you're going to want to read those comments and, obviously apply them to your passage, your own photo reflection, in combination with comments that you get from me. And then you're going to write a brief description of how helpful their feedback was for you. You want to talk about what advice that you did take and which advice that you did not. And again, this is a private file. Your peer won't see it, so only I will see it. And then finally, you're going to want to submit a revised draft to u.osu.edu under a page titled Photo Reflection, and then also submit a final version to the assignment folder, Photo Reflection, Revising and Posting, so that I can use that to help put a final grade on it. And then after your classmates have started posting their photo reflections, you want to go comment on them. Well, that's it for this week's video. This assignment has several steps and is quite involved, so that may cause some of you some problems. So don't hesitate to contact me through Carmen or email or WeChat. WeChat's probably the way to get the quickest response from me. But I think you'll find this process useful and beneficial in thinking about your own writing. So again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. And I hope you have a great day, a great week, and I look forward to reading your submissions.